Hello everyone, it's Jack and today I'm going to be doing a video on the Goyard Saint Louis tote. So in this video, I'll be giving you all the information including how to buy, prices, and a comparison between the PM and the GM size. So to start out, I'm going to be showing you guys the PM tote. So this is mine in the orange color. It's made of Goyardine canvas with grained leather trim. So as you can see right there, the leather is going to have a slight pebble to it. The stitching is going to be made of a cotton material, and then on the inside you'll see the cotton linen lining. So this bag was originally made by Goyard to be a beach bag, and the premise was that you would walk to the beach with the canvas on the outside. Then once you went swimming and had wet swimsuits, that you would flip it inside out, and then the canvas, since it was water resistant, would prevent it from leaking, and then you would see the actual cotton linen lining on the outside. So that's kind of a brief history of the bag, but it is meant to be like a beach and pool bag. And obviously today it has evolved into a tote that people know and love. So the PM size, I'll tell you all the measurements. So it's going to be 34 centimeters across by 28 centimeters high by 15 centimeters on the base. As far as the GM size goes, it's going to be 40 centimeters across by 34 centimeters high by 20 centimeters on the base. So you will see a size difference between the two, and it's really going to be whichever fits your lifestyle. So now that we have the size comparison out of the way, I'll tell you the colors that it comes in. So we have a black on black, as you saw in the GM. There's going to be black with tan leather, so it's kind of like a brownish gold color. Then we have a red, we have an orange, as you can see here. There's going to be a yellow, a green, a sky blue, a navy blue, a burgundy, a white, and a gray. So that'll be all 11 colors that the bag is currently coming in. And I know the bag used to have what they called special colors and regular colors, but now all colors are going to be the same price. So as far as pricing goes, the PM right now is $1,710 in the US, so 1,710 American dollars. And then the GM size is going to be $1,890, so 1,890. So not a huge price difference. It's really gonna be whatever fits your lifestyle. What I like about Goyard is that they don't price it too crazy. Really, for as much bag as you're getting, it's not a big, huge difference, to be honest. Okay, so now I'll show you all the overview of the bag, and I'm also going to be showing you a few different colors. So this will be the orange with the orange trim. All the colors will have color matching trim. The only exception would be the black that comes in the brown trim. So it's made out of 3 pieces of Goyardine canvas, grained leather trim, as I said. The inside is the cotton linen lining. Then here you'll get a pochette included with every bag, and that is attached, although it is removable. Once you remove the pochette, you'll be able to see the date code of the bag. It's going to be 6 digits and 3 letters. The 6 digits, first and last, will correspond to the month that it's made in, and the center 4 will be the year that it was made in. On the pochette, you get a back pocket. It's palladium hardware. When you open it up, you'll see the grained leather, and it'll say Goyard Paris, made in France. And then on the inside, it's the cotton linen lining. So this is great if you kind of want to just carry your phone, cards, whatever. You can always detach it and take it with you. You don't always have to, use the big tote. Speaking of the tote, I'm going to show you how it looks reversed. So this process is kind of, a little interesting when you first get the bag. You're like, oh my God, I'm flipping my bag inside out. But I promise it's meant to be like that, so don't freak out, don't worry. It was actually designed to be reversible. Once you reverse it, you'll see it's really just a plain bag, which is also kind of nice because if you're traveling and maybe you don't want the attention of the Goyard canvas, You can always just flip it inside out and just be kind of discreet and low key. Okay. So it might have a little creasing, mine, but I promise it's supposed to just look really clean and sleek. So that will be that, and then you'll see the piping exposed, so that'll be kind of like your peak of color. I honestly think this looks the best on the black totes, but it is kind of cool, I guess, with the color kind of like peeking through. But this is nice because, again, if you wanted to be more discreet, you can, or you want that like quiet luxury look, you can flip it inside out and just kind of go about your way without anyone really knowing what you have. So that was the orange tote. I'm going to be showing you guys now the black GM tote that I have. So this is the black GM. This size I personally use for travel. Now that is going to be one thing I want to mention during this video, is that I would not overload these bags. So since they were designed originally as a beach bag, you want to be careful in terms of the weight you're putting in the item. The handles really, to be honest, aren't meant to carry a ton. So I would say daily essentials, sure, maybe a book, sure. But as far as putting a laptop in, or a water bottle, or an umbrella, I would just be careful in terms of what you're putting in, because you wouldn't want to deteriorate the bag faster than really it should be. These bags are meant to last if you take care of them. But, you know, if you're overloading what really should be a beach bag, it's gonna break down over time. Unfortunately, just the way it was designed. So that being said, I use it as a travel bag, but I don't really overload it. It's going to be lighter things. I'll put a hoodie in here. You know, I'll put my snacks in here, but nothing crazy. If I am carrying my laptop, I'll opt for a different bag. But this one is great because you can put it on the shoulder. So it's gonna be a lot more carefree in terms of the way you're carrying it, and you know, how to like lug it around the airport. You can just put it in your shoulder, go about your way. You don't have to really worry about always carrying it by the handle. Now the PMs technically do fit on your shoulder, but that's what I'm going to caution you guys on. As far as putting it on your shoulders, you want to make sure that the handle is not stressed at all, because this is this bag's common, I would say, pain point. On the handles here, you're going to see on the side, there's going to be a glazing. And what happens with that glazing is it can wear down and it can crack over time. It's really prone to cracking if you're overloading the bag. And I would say that would be like carrying a laptop every day in it. You may get away with it, you may not. I would just say I would caution, if you're really gonna carry a computer in it, maybe opt for the Anjou or the Artois, which I would say are known to be a little bit more durable than the Saint Louis. It actually comes with a little pamphlet, this bag, kind of basically saying that. It was like, you know, if you're gonna use it every day, opt for the Anjou or the Artois, which I thought was funny that it included that. But that is something to note with the handles of this bag. Yes, it does go over the shoulder, but I would say that doesn't mean it's a work bag or a work tote or an everyday bag. It really should be used in a lighter load, unfortunately. I mean, you know, they do carry a price tag and they're not cheap, but then again, I want to make sure I maintain it because I did spend the money on it. And so part of that would be taking caution on overloading it, just so you don't have the cracking problem. Another thing with overloading these bags is it can cause corner wear, but we all know that. I think every bag, you know, the corners can wear out. It's just obviously the way a bag is constructed. There's weight pulling on the bottom. There can be corner wear. That's not something I've really noticed with mine. Again, because I don't really overload them too much. So I haven't seen a ton of corner wear on any of my bags. So that's something, you know, good to note. As far as the PM, we'll go back to this one. This is the sky blue colorway. So this is probably my favorite color actually. But this one is really nice because it's, you know, a nice blue for the summer. It goes with a lot. And it just, to me, screams summer and screams like a pool bag. This one is super fun. Like I was saying with the GM, with the handles, I would say with the PM, same thing. You don't want to overload the bag. You want to make sure you're cognizant of how the handles are. This bag, you're really buying canvas and handles. That's really what it is. Unfortunately, it's not too much to the bag. So I would say when you're carrying it or when you're stowing the bag, you want to make sure that the handles never have the opportunity to really bend. That's where you're going to really see the cracking. If you ever do need to fold the bag or stow the bag, I would say recommend folding the actual canvas, since it is meant to, you know, kind of move and sway with you. The handles though are really meant to be rigid. If you ever see someone's bags and the handles are going like this, that kind of means they didn't take care of it or overloaded the bag. The handles really are made to stick up like that. So that is kind of how the bag was designed. Again, it's made to be a beach bag, so the handles are really gonna stay upright. Lastly here, I have the green to show you guys. So these are the 3 colors that I have in the PM. The GM, I really only have the black because I use it as a travel bag. But the green is really great for the fall. I feel like this color is like perfect as a neutral. With the colors I wear a lot of grays, a lot of blacks. So I think the green works really well. So that would be kind of the PM tote summed up. So you'll see, again, this one's flipped inside out, but the orange, the green, and the blue, I would say as far as availability, these are going to be the most popular 3 colors, aside from black, of course, because it's a neutral. But as far as the special colors, the blue, green, and orange are the most popular. Those are usually the quickest to sell out. Which does bring me to my next point. When buying the bag, you're going to see on a lot of resale websites that the prices are crazy. They go up to like $3,000, which I'm like, guys, come on, the bag is only $1,700. Like, let's chill out there. But you'll see them go up to about $3,000 in price, usually hovering around the mid 2s. But I'm going to give you guys a tip. So Goyard, as we know, they don't have an online presence. So unfortunately, you can't just do an add to cart and ship it to your house. That being said, they will ship to you. So if you go into a Goyard store, you can of course buy it, but there is another way to contact them, and then they will source the bag from one of their stores and ship it directly to you. That does come with a shipping charge, however, though. I believe the charge is around $60 to $80. So the shipping, it's not, you know, it's not like free ship today, Amazon Prime. It's something to think about. What I would say as a recommendation is to purchase the bag from Bergdorf Goodman. They're a store here in New York. They're owned by Neiman Marcus Group, and they are an authorized Goyard dealer. So what that means is you could buy it from a sales associate at Bergdorf Goodman, and then they'll ship it to your house. I believe it's free shipping, and it's a lot easier than going through Goyard, because Goyard will have you fill out a form and have a signature and have an authorization and that shipping charge. So it is kind of a process buying through them. But at Bergdorf, you just contact the SA. You could do it on Instagram. I'll link a few sales associates below. But you'll just contact them and say, hey, I want this bag. They'll confirm they have it available, and then you can just go through with the purchase that way. I find that so much easier than buying through Goyard directly. But that is, you know, also an option. Of course, if you live near a store, that's the best way. Your name will be in the system. If you ever need to do a repair, that's great. But Also, buying at Bergdorf, there's no problem there. Just make sure you keep your receipt in case you ever do need to get it repaired. Goyard will honor a repair since it is an authorized retailer. You just have to make sure you have that receipt. Buying through a third-party resale website, I don't know that they'll honor any repairs if need be. So I would recommend, really the best way is buy direct or buy from Bergdorf. That's the easiest way in the US here. Okay, so that's probably giving you guys a lot of information here on this tote. But if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. Again, I do recommend the bag. I think it's a great bag, but it's not meant to be a workhorse or a work bag. It's really meant to be a personal bag. It's something great to carry around, but it's not gonna be an everyday, like, load up and go bag. So that's my review, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.